Imagine this. You're an American voter, and you've been promised that ICE raids will target the real criminals, the violent gangs tearing apart your communities. But here's where it gets controversial. Instead, you see ICE agents storming into schools, pulling people out of Home Depot, and arresting the very laborers who keep your neighborhoods clean and your gardens blooming. This is the reality that has left many voters feeling betrayed and frustrated. According to Joe Rogan, the popular podcaster who has been vocal about his views on President Trump's immigration policies. But let's dive deeper into this complex issue and explore the nuances that often get overlooked. Rogan, who endorsed Trump just before the 2024 election, and even interviewed him during the campaign, has been a vocal critic of the president's ICE raids. In early July, during an episode of the Joe Rogan Experience, he expressed his disapproval of the raids targeting construction sites and other workplaces.
And this is the part most people miss. Rogan's criticism isn't just about the legality of the raids. It's about the public's perception and the potential backlash. He argues that by arresting people whose only crime was entering the country illegally, ICE is alienating the very voters who supported Trump's tough stance on immigration. Weeks later, Rogan revisited this topic after Representative Anna Paulina Luna, R-Flya, suggested that recent riots against ICE were funded by Chinese money to divide Americans, especially before the midterms. Rogan acknowledged that there might be some truth to Luna's claims, but emphasized that there is also genuine outrage among Americans. So, I absolutely believe this is true, that I'm sure other countries fund similar things, but also it was a reaction to some of the ICE raids, right? Rogan explained. It was a visceral reaction that a lot of people had to the idea of people just showing up and pulling people out of schools and pulling people out of Home Depot and pulling people that were just hardworking people that maybe snuck over here because they didn't have a legal way to get over here. But since they've been here, they've been good people and they're a part of communities. Rogan's point is clear. When people think of ICE, they expect the agency to target violent criminals, not the landscapers and laborers, who are integral parts of their communities. That's what freaks people out, because when people thought about ICE, they thought, great, we're going to get rid of the gang members. They didn't think, great, you're going to get rid of the landscaper, he said. Rogan doesn't deny that some of the riots might be manufactured, but he believes there is a genuine fear and frustration among the public. I'm sure some of these riots are manufactured. I'm sure they are, he admitted, but then asked, but the thing that freaks people out is, like, how many corporations rely on illegal labor? This question is a crucial one, and it's where the conversation often gets heated. On one hand, there's the argument that illegal labor is essential for certain industries. On the other, there's the concern about the legality and ethics of employing undocumented workers. Rogan also empathized with the perspective of an illegal immigrant. If you're just a landscaper, you're just a guy who lives in a third world country, and you want a better life, and you say, I heard you can get across, and I heard when you get across, you can get work. Like, what is that guy going to do? He asked. That guy doesn't have the money to hire a lawyer. How is he going to prove that he is more valuable than a United States citizen that's already here doing the exact same job?
Luna responded by arguing that both sides want the problem to continue because they benefit from it, a theory that Rogan found both nuts and probably so accurate. This theory, while controversial, highlights the complex web of interests and motivations at play in the immigration debate. Trump, for his part, has proposed making exceptions for millions of illegal laborers in various industries, acknowledging that this will anger radical right people, who I also happen to like a lot. This move, while pragmatic, is sure to spark further debate and controversy. So, what do you think? Is Rogan right in his criticism of the ICE raids? Do you believe that the public's perception of ICE is being betrayed by these actions? Or do you think that the raids are necessary despite the potential backlash? The immigration debate is a complex and contentious one, and there are no easy answers. But one thing is clear, the voices of the voters, the laborers, and the communities affected by these policies need to be heard and considered. So let's keep the conversation going and explore the nuances of this critical issue. Your thoughts and opinions are welcome in the comments below. Let's discuss and debate, and maybe, just maybe, we can find some common ground in this divisive debate.